Hello everyone. My name is Leila, and I'm a stand-up comedian. Are you guys ready to laugh? I'm from a big family. My parents have 10 kids, and I'm number 8. Yeah, my mom was like a baby-making factory. I swear, I have more siblings than fingers on my hands. My parents always tell me they love all of us equally, but I know I'm the black sheep of the family. I mean, they named me after a song by Eric Clapton. You know, the one where he's singing about his ex-girlfriend who OD'd on heroin. I'm half Lebanese, half Pakistani, which is a weird combination. I don't know whether to have a tea or a falafel. And when I go to family gatherings, I never know which side to sit on. Do I sit with my Pakistani cousins and drink tea, or do I sit with my Lebanese cousins and smoke hookah? Speaking of smoking, I used to smoke cigarettes. But then I realized that smoking was the only thing in my life that was consistent. So I quit. I also tried being vegan for a while, but it was too hard. I mean, have you ever tried vegan cheese? It's like eating a piece of cardboard. And don't even get me started on tofu. I swear, it's like eating a sponge. I'm single, which is fine. I mean, I'm not really looking for a relationship right now. But it's tough being single in your 30s. All my friends are getting married and having kids, and I'm still swiping left and right on Tinder. But the good thing about being single is that I can eat whatever I want without judgment. I mean, who needs a man when you have pizza? Have you ever noticed how every time you go to the dentist, they ask you the same question? Have you been flossing regularly? And you're like, no, I haven't been flossing regularly. If I had, I wouldn't be here, would I? I recently went to the dentist, and they told me I had a cavity. So I asked, can you just fill it with chocolate instead? But apparently, that's not how it works. Speaking of chocolate, I love chocolate. I mean, who doesn't? But it's like a drug for me. I can't just have one piece. Once I start, I can't stop. I mean, why have a small piece of chocolate when you can have the whole bar, right? I'm also a big fan of reality TV. I mean, it's like watching a train wreck. You don't want to look, but you can't look away. And the people on those shows are just so interesting. Like, have you ever watched The Bachelor? It's like a competition to see who can be the most basic. I recently got into yoga. But let's be real, the only reason I started doing yoga was so I could wear those cute yoga pants. And you know what they say, dress for the job you want. I want to be a yoga instructor, but I can barely touch my toes. I also have a love-hate relationship with the gym. I mean, I love the idea of working out, but I hate actually doing it. And the people at the gym are always so intimidating. It's like they're trying to show off how fit they are. But let's be real, if you have a six-pack, you're probably not eating pizza. So, I recently went to a party and was asked to bring a dish to share. Being the procrastinator that I am, I decided to stop at the grocery store on my way to the party. I grabbed a bag of chips and some dip, thinking it would be the perfect contribution. But when I got to the party, I realized that everyone else had brought homemade dishes. And there I was, with my bag of chips and dip, feeling like a total loser. I'm single and in my 30s, which means that I've tried every dating app out there. And let me tell you, it's a disaster. I've had some pretty interesting experiences. Like the time I went out with a guy who kept talking about his ex-girlfriend the entire time. Or the time I went out with a guy who spent the entire date checking himself out in the mirror. I mean, I know I'm fabulous, but come on. Have you ever noticed how people always say, bless you, when you sneeze? I mean, it's nice and all, but what about when you cough or burp? Do I not deserve a blessing for those bodily functions? And what about when you fart? I mean, that's a pretty impressive bodily function. I love traveling, but I hate flying. I mean, I know statistically it's safer than driving, but it just feels so unnatural. And the whole process of getting through security and boarding the plane is just so stressful. And don't even get me started on the people who recline their seats all the way back. Do they not realize that they're invading my personal space? I recently started taking a cooking class. I thought it would be a great way to impress my friends and family with my culinary skills. But let's be real, I'm just there for the free food. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you had as much fun as I did. See you next time. Please subscribe, get notifications, like and share. The producer Abdullah.